Weaker technical forecast for American Battery Metals Corporation as stock downgraded to hold/accumulate. Updated on January 8, 2021. Buy or hold candidate since November 24, 2020 gained 630.65%. The American Battery Metals Corporation stock price gained 2.61% on the last trading day, Friday, 8 January 2021, rising from $1.15 to $1.18, and has now gained 4 days in a row. It will be exciting to see whether it manages to continue gaining or take a minor break for the next few days. During the day the stock fluctuated 6.90% from a day low at $1.16 to a day high of $1.24. The price has risen in 5 of the last 10 days and is up by 9.26% over the past 2 weeks. Volume fell on the last day by -2 million shares and in total, 6 million shares were bought and sold for approximately $7.10 million. You should take into consideration that falling volume on higher prices causes divergence and may be an early warning about possible changes over the next couple of days. The stock lies in the middle of a very wide and strong rising trend in the short term, and a further rise within the trend is signaled. Given the current short-term trend, the stock is expected to rise 176.72% during the next 3 months and, with a 90% probability, hold a price between $1.34 and $4.62 at the end of this 3-month period. Signals and forecast. The American Battery Metals Corporation stock holds a sell signal from the short-term moving average. At the same time, however, there is a buy signal from the long-term average. Since the short-term average is above the long-term average, there is a general buy signal in the stock, giving a positive forecast for the stock. On further gains, the stock will meet resistance from the short-term moving average at approximately $1.18. On a fall, the stock will find some support from the long-term average at approximately 59 cents. A breakup through the short-term average will send a buy signal, whereas a breakdown through the long-term average will send a sell signal. Furthermore, there is a buy signal from the 3 months moving average convergence divergence, MACD. Volume fell during the last trading day despite gaining prices. This causes a divergence between volume and price, and it may be an early warning. The stock should be watched closely. Some negative signals were issued as well, and these may have some influence on the near short-term development. A sell signal was issued from a pivot top point on Tuesday, December 29, 2020, and so far it has fallen -23.87%. Further fall is indicated until a new bottom pivot has been found. Support, risk and stop loss. American Battery Metals Corporation finds support from accumulated volume at $1.15, and this level may hold a buying opportunity as an upwards reaction can be expected when the support is being tested. This stock may move very much during a day, volatility, and with a very large prediction interval from the Bollinger Band. This stock is considered to be very high risk. During the last day, the stock moved 8 cents between high and low, or 6.90%. For the last week, the stock has had a daily average volatility of 30.43%. Our recommended stop loss, $1.12, -5.16%. This stock has very high daily movements, and this gives very high risk. There is a sell signal from a pivot top found 7 days ago. Is American Battery Metals Corporation stock a buy? American Battery Metals Corporation holds several positive signals, but we still don't find these to be enough for a buy candidate. At the current level, it should be considered as a hold candidate, hold or accumulate, in this position whilst awaiting further development. Due to some small weaknesses in the technical picture, we have downgraded our analysis conclusion for this stock since the last evaluation from a buy candidate to a hold/accumulate candidate. Current score, 0.949. Predicted opening price for American Battery Metals Corporation of Monday, January 11, 2021. The predicted opening price is based on yesterday's movements between high, low, and the closing price. Fair opening price January 11, 2021. Current price $1.19. American Battery Metals Corporation is a startup, exploration mining company. It engages in the exploration, mining, extraction and recycling of battery metals. ABML is overvalued compared to its price of $1.16 per share, has below average safety, and is currently rated a hold. Recommendation, REC. Hold. REC reflects the cumulative effect of all the vector vest parameters working together. These parameters are designed to help investors buy safe, undervalued stocks rising in price. Value. Current price, $1.16. Current value, 3 cents. ABML has a current value of 3 cents per share, Compared to a price of $1.16 per share, this stock is currently overvalued. Value is computed from forecasted earnings per share, forecasted earnings growth, profitability, interest, and inflation rates. Upside potential, relative value/RV. Very poor. RV is an indicator of long-term price appreciation potential. ABML has an RV of 0.07, which is very poor on a scale of 0.00 to 2.00. This indicator is far superior to a simple comparison of price and value because it is computed from an analysis of projected price appreciation 3 years out, AAA corporate bond rates, and risk. Safety, relative safety/RS. Poor. RS is an indicator of risk. ABML has an RS of 0.71, which is poor on a scale of 0.00 to 2.00. RS is computed from an analysis of the consistency and predictability of a company's financial performance, debt-to-equity ratio, sales volume, business longevity, price volatility and other factors. Timing, relative timing/RT. Fair. RT analyzes a stock's price trend. ABML has a relative timing of 1.09, which is fair on a scale of 0.00 to 2.00. RT is computed from an analysis of the direction, magnitude, and dynamics of a stock's price movements day over day, week over week, quarter over quarter and year over year. If a trend dissipates, RT will gravitate toward 1.00. Overall rating, value safety timing/VST. Poor. VST is the master indicator for ranking every stock in the VectorVest database. ABML has a VST rating of 0.79, which is poor on a scale of 0.00 to 2.00. VST is computed from the square root of a weighted sum of the squares of RV, RS, and RT. Stocks with the highest VST ratings have the best combinations of value, safety, and timing. Stop price. Stop price, 65 cents. Stop is an indicator of when to sell a position. ABML has a stop of 65 cents per share. A stock's stop is computed from a 13-week moving average of its closing prices, and is fine-tuned according to the stock's fundamentals. C. Comfort Index. Very good. C is an indicator which reflects a stock's ability to resist severe and/or lengthy price declines. ABML has a C of 1.29, which is very good on a scale of 0.00 to 2.00. C is based solely upon a stock's long-term price history. GRT, earnings growth rate. GRT reflects a company's 1 to 3 year forecasted earnings growth rate in percent per year. ABML has a forecasted earnings growth rate of 3.00%, which VectorVest considers to be poor. EPS, earnings per share. EPS stands for leading 12 months earnings per share. ABML has a forecasted EPS of -6 cents per share. VectorVest determines this forecast from a combination of recent earnings performance and traditional fiscal and/or calendar year earnings forecasts. PE, price to earnings ratio. PE shows the dollars required to buy $1 of earnings. ABML has a PE of -19.33. The average PE of all the stocks in the VectorVest database is 61.81. A. Earnings yield. A reflects earnings per share as a percent of price. ABML has an A of -5.17%. This is below the current average of 1.62% for all the stocks in the VectorVest database. GPE, growth to PE ratio. ABML has a GPE rating of -0.16. A stock is commonly considered to be undervalued when GPE is greater than 1.00. Dividend. VectorVest reports annual, regular, cash dividends as indicated by the most recent payments. Special distributions, one-time payments, stock dividends, etc., are not generally included in division. ABML does not pay a dividend. DI, dividend yield. DI reflects dividend per share as a percent of price. ABML does not pay a dividend, so it does not have a dividend yield rating. DI equals 100x, div/price. It is useful to compare DI with A. If DI is not significantly lower than A, the dividend payment may be in jeopardy. DS, dividend safety. DS is an indicator of the assurance that regular cash dividends will be declared and paid at current or at higher rates for the foreseeable future. ABML does not pay a dividend, so it does not have a dividend safety rating. Stocks with DS values above 75 typically have RS values well above 1.00 and A levels that are much higher than DI. DG, dividend growth rate. Dividend growth is a forecasted annual growth rate of a company's dividend based on historical dividend payments and dividend predictability. It is a subtle yet important indicator of a company's financial performance. It also provides some insight into the board's outlook on the company's ability to increase earnings. ABML does not pay a dividend, so it does not have a dividend growth rating. YSG Vector. YSG is an indicator which combines DI, DS and DG into a single value, and allows direct comparison of all dividend-paying stocks in the database. ABML does not pay a dividend, so it does not have a YSG rating. Stocks with the highest YSG values have the best combinations of dividend yield, safety, and growth. These are the stocks to buy for somewhat above current income and long-term growth. VOL. VOL is the 50-day moving average of daily volume as computed by VectorVest. ABML has an VOL of 9,845,075 shares traded per day. Percent volume. Percent volume reflects the percent change in today's trading volume as compared to the VOL. Percent volume equals volume of VOL 100. ABML had a percent volume of -28.59% on Monday, January 11, 2021. Percent PRC. ABML price changed -1.69% from the prior day's closing price. Sales. ABML has annual sales of 0. Sales growth. Sales growth is the sales growth rate in percent over the last 12 months. ABML has a sales growth of 0.00% per year. This is poor. Sales per share, SPS. ABML has annual sales of $0 per share. Price to sales ratio, PS. ABML has a PS of 0.00. Shares. ABML has 479 million shares of stock outstanding. Market capitalization. ABML has a market capitalization of $556 million. Business sector. ABML has been assigned to the mining business sector. VectorVest classifies stocks into over 200 industry groups and 40 business sectors. Industry group. ABML has been assigned to the mining, gold/silver, industry group. VectorVest classifies stocks into over 200 industry groups and 40 business sectors.